click on your home. Now, when you click on the home menu, you'll go to, now, the home menu is divided into various groups. Just follow me. You go to the reduce row. We have the reduce row. You go to the transform group. After the sort group, you go to the transform group. When you go to the transform group, you'll see a command which says use first row as header. Once you click on that command, it gives another option, use header as first row. Now I'm going to click the first one which says use first row as headers. So I click on that. When I click on that, it makes the commission. Now you can see the commission is now the first one. But actually, that's not what I want to do. So if I want to cancel the step I just took, I come to this part, right hand side of the power query screen. I click on cancel. That will cancel. Now, first and foremost, let me delete this first row. If I want to delete this first row, I go to the home menu. I get to the home menu, then I go to the reduce row group. In reduce row group, I have two commands there. One to keep row, the other one is to remove row. I'll click on remove row, and I have various options there. The first option is remove top rows. The second, remove bottom rows, remove alternate rows. Now I want to remove the top row. I click on that. Now, once I click on that, it will bring up the top row dialog box. Now the top row, how many columns do I want to remove from the top row? I only want to remove one. So I click on one, I type one in that, and I click on OK. Now, once I am done with that, then I can go to use first row as header. I click on that. Then when I click on that, it makes my column name. My column name is now first. My column name is now first name, last name, salary, commission. Now I've done that. Now when you look at my table, I have column 6, column 7, column 8, which is not a proper name. Which is not a proper name for a column. Now, which is not a proper name for a column. So I'm going to delete that. I'll click on the column I want to delete. Then you go to your home menu, still on the home menu. I go to the manage column command. I have two commands. The one, choose column. The other one is to remove columns. Now I click on that. Now the first one says remove column. Now you can see a shaded column and a red cancelled at the bottom of it. It's telling you that if you click on this particular command, it will only delete this column 6 that is selected. But if you said remove other columns, all these other columns that is not highlighted, that is not selected, will be removed from the data set. But I only want to remove column 6. So all that I click on this and I go to, so I click on remove column and I click on remove column. That removes the column 6. Now I have column 7 to column 25. Now, instead of doing that one after the other, or I could simply press down the shift key of my keyboard and I remove multiple columns. For instance, from column 7 to column 10, I press down the shift key of my keyboard and I click on column 10. I click on column 8 and I click on column 9. Now you can see column 7 to column 10 is being selected. Now, if I want to remove this particular column, I go to remove column. And I click on that command. It removes from column 7 to column 11. But I still have other columns I want to remove up to column 25. Now, instead of doing that one after the other, I can simply make use of this other command, choose column. When I click on choose column, it gives me options. Now, for me to select columns I want to remove and columns I want to keep. Now, you can see at the top, tell you choose the columns to keep. Now, I'm going to uncheck this all select all column. I'm going to uncheck that particular checkbox and I'm going to select the columns I want to keep. So these are the columns I want to keep. Then when I select the columns I want to keep, next thing is to click on OK. Now I've clicked on OK. Now you can see that those additional columns are no longer there. I only have the selected column. Now you can see this particular column is not the proper name for a column heading. So I can simply call that, let's say I have salary plus commission plus bonus. We can give that a name. What name can we give to that? Let's put that total salary. So we can give that a name, total salary. I double click on that and I type total salary. Well, when I do that, my Power Query changes that. Now, if I want to cancel that step I've taken, I click on this part, I cancel the step. Now you can see. So alternatively, I can simply go to my home menu and come to this transform group and I can replace value. Now I go to the transform menu. Let me use this transform menu. When I go to transform menu, I click on rename on this particular any column. I click on rename and I type total salary. So you can either use this method or use the previous method as total salary. Now I look at my data set. Now you can see this data set is the name of the staff in a particular company. Now you can see Power Query identifying that data set with ABC, telling you that is the name. Also, once you look at that, you also have to check your data type if it's in order. So I click on first name. Now you can see the data type here. The data type here is text. But when you click on the bottom, click on the arrow, it displays different type of data, the different type of data type that is accepted in Power Query. I can easily change this data type to any of the data type, but this is the right data type for this particular column. I click on the next column, I check the data type. Now it is very important because once you get to Power Query, when you get to Power BI, you can change the data type. But when creating visualization, it will affect your visualization. You won't be able to create a proper visualization if the data type is not correct. So like this commission, you can see the data type here is telling me decimal number. Now I go to the next, is giving me total salary. Now I can use this round function to quickly round up this. Now, when I click on round up, it created another column entirely. So you can see it rounded up this particular column here, this total salary column. It gives me 95448. So I can stick, let me just cancel that so I will not confuse you. Now I'm finished cleaning my data sets. Now that I'm done cleaning my data set, the next thing I'm going to do is to now load this data set into the Power Query environment. But let me sort this data set now. When you look at this data set, you can see some duplication of names. Now you can see row 11, we have Chigoke, 10, 11, 12, we have Chigoke, we have Chigozie 10, we have Chigozie 11, we have David 14, we have David 15. Now you can see duplicates. Now I can decide to remove those duplicate values if I don't want them in my data set. I can decide to remove those duplicate values. So how do I remove this duplicate value? I go to remove duplicates. When I go to remove duplicates, Power Query is going to remove the duplicate value.
Sorry, there was no duplicate there. I thought it's number 14 and 15.
I'm going to show you where they are. Well, no, they are duplicate. Number 10 and 11. We have duplicate. Chigozie.
Oh, no. That is if you check it as a role, there's no duplicate. It's only number 14 and 15. That's a role.
Okay.
Because the same name as surname.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, they're duplicated. So you want to remove those duplicates. You have to remove go to remove duplicates on the Power Query. Let me see where. Let me go to the home menu. Now you go to remove rows, reduce rows. Once you click on the reduce row command, when you click on the reduce row command, remove rows command, the first command there is remove top rows. Now the fourth command is remove duplicates. So you click on that. The very moment you click on that, it removes the duplicate rows in your data set. So once you are done cleansing your data in Power Query and you are sure that everything is set, that you totally formatted your data, the next thing you need to do, you click on this close and apply, and you select close and apply. Close and apply will close the Power Query and apply all the changes in Power BI. Okay, someone is raising up his hand. Okay.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
So, like on the issue of removing duplicates, I think the last name, the name David, which we have in row 14 and row 15. Can we treat it as yes? Can we treat it as duplicate? Because I could see that the salary of the name is actually different. So I think before you can actually.
No, that's not duplicate. No, that's not.
So thank. All right. Thank you, sir.
That is why Power Query didn't remove it. But any other
thank you
is being removed. Okay.
All right.
So now you click on the close and apply. When you click on close and apply, it closes the Power Query window and take it to the Power BI environment. Or once you click on apply, it only applies the changes you have made on the query editor. When I click on close, it closes this Power Query environment without applying the changes you have made. So all the changes we've made on this data, if I want the changes to reflect in Power BI, I'm going to click on close and apply command. When I click on close and apply command, it will take me to the Power BI environment. Now you can see my data set in the Power BI environment. You can see I have the first table here, apply. Now, once I click on the table view, you click on, you can see the data set we just placed. Now you can see the data set in the Power BI. So this is how to load your data set into Power BI. We're going to stop the training here. Tomorrow, we are going to see how we can load data set into Power BI and how we can create relationship in Power BI, how we can create various relationships in Power BI. We're going to look at that. That is tomorrow. Also, we are going to look at how we can loading data into Power BI, into your Power Query, and create dimensional tables. So we are going to stop the training here. See you tomorrow. Any question before I go? Any question?
No question, no question.
Okay, sir. So we'll see you tomorrow, same time, 8 o'clock. Thank you for attending the training. Good night.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Good night, sir.